Hey guys, so this section we are going to talk about designs. How can we design things? Who is there? What designers are out there? Who is there to hire? How can we do it ourselves? What platforms are there to get on? And how can we make best-selling designs, right? So I want to go through a few brands that, have some best-selling designs that have done really well on the market. And so we'll start with Habits. Yes, I am biased, but that's okay. Essentially, I want you guys to look at the designs that we're putting out there, right? These are unique. Everything has habits on it. Yes, it's very involved. And it's something that it's very unique to the brand, and it's something that is very rich with typography, right? We want to put stuff out there that's, again, inspiring, similar to how we talked about in content, if you've gotten there yet. And, this is a bestseller of ours. Now let's look at it. It's very advanced. This is not something you just put together on a sketch, right? And so we get inspiration from somewhere, right? Of course. And so there's a lot going on here, and we want to focus on the first thing when it comes to, how to make a best-selling design is what's the message, right? What are we putting out there? Is it love? Is it hate? Is it fish, right? Well, what is it, right? And so what Habits does is we want to promote strength and positivity, right? And so that's what we're doing with the Eagle tier, the Academy tier, the Love Your Habits, right? Something where it's really inspiring to people and they can get on board with it. Now let's go to another brand. Let's go to We the Believers, right? Now they're very different than us, right? Very typography focused, not so much graphics, maybe a little bit, but nothing crazy. And so what they're focused on is how can we put cool typography together with graphics that inspire and that make sense. Ultimately, can we put stuff out there that people want to buy, right? Would you want to wear this? And that's what you have to ask yourself before you put something out there. And so focusing on different styles, right, is super important. So typography, this is a different style. Whereas Reaper, very different, right? It's going for his audience, right? If you would buy this but wouldn't buy this, you're probably in the target market, right? You don't want to sell to everybody. You want to sell to your people, right? What is his people going to purchase? Stuff that has, a guy with a forest, Grim Reaper costume and a gun, right? That's cool. Skull with a open-minded being pulled out of it, right? That's very emotion invoking. It's like, whoa, that's intense. If you have designs that people love and hate, you've done the right thing. If you have designs that people are like, I guess that's cool, then you need to work harder. Not work harder, you need to work smarter, right? You need to put stuff out that actually inspires them, right? Actually gets them to want to be a part. And you see how all these designs are very in theme, right? They're all similar. Same here, right? They're all similar. And they all work together, right? And so another example here, this brand, right? This is a little more streetwear, more high-end, but again, everything is in line with one another. And so, okay, Spencer, how can we make best-selling designs? How can we actually put these together? So one option is to outsource, right? Hire professional designers. That's what I personally do. I'm not a designer. I will tell you how to make designs. I always hire, and I have a really good team of designers that have done a lot of these products across the board, what I'm showing you, not this brand, but Habits and Keepers and Reaper and all these brands, right? And so if you're looking for designers that you want to be in touch with, these are not just people from Fiverr. No offense to Fiverr. It's a very good resource, but these guys are really advanced and next level. So if you're looking for designers, I can happily set you up with one. Just contact us. Hey, Spencer, I'm looking for designers. Who can you put me in touch with? And I can send you a list of people based on their specialties and what they're really good at, right? And ultimately helping you match the brand vibe. Now, Spencer, I want to do designs myself. Where do I start? A couple different options. Number one, Canva, right? Canva is a good app to start with, right? They're pretty inexpensive, and you could just click start designing. You have to sign in. You have to make an account. It's about $15 a month, but they have a lot of options in terms of how to create a design. Using AI, using ChatGPT can also be helpful. However, I wouldn't rely too heavily on ChatGPT. Let's use an example for ChatGPT actually, because I want to show you what they're going to do if you put your stuff in here. But before I do that, Canva is a very good outlet to kind of design yourself, and it can work for you. I'm not going to log all the way in and actually do a design because I'm not a good designer, but if you were to do this, signing up for Canva, putting something together, very helpful. So everyone wants to see, okay, what is ChatGPT capable of? I'm going to show you what they're going to put together. So let's come up with make a cool logo for my brand called, let's see, what's a good brand name? I'm just going to make something up. Well, I have a coffee right there, and I like bunny rabbits. Okay, we're just making it up, right? This is fun. Please don't come up with this. It's not good. Although if you would like to, you may. I want a cool graphic t-shirt with the bunny holding a coffee, excited for the day. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Okay, so this is what they came up with, right? Kind of silly, kind of funny, kind of cool, right? And so what I would say to do is, if you're like, oh my God, this is amazing, Spencer, I would give this to a designer and have them sort of reframe it a little bit and just, maybe fix this and maybe put that there. But this is a perfectly good design, right? Let's do another one, right? Do another version with a brown tee. The bunny is active, right? Let's just, for fun. And then I'm going to move on to Pinterest while this is loading, because Pinterest for typography-based design is very important, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. We're just having some fun here with ChatGPT because everybody, what's their design feature like? It's not bad. There is a software company coming out that we are about to partner with. I can't disclose it right now, but when that partnership is complete, that will be a resource that you will see on PSM. So, sorry, I'm just laughing at this design. So, again, this is kind of cool, kind of funny. They misspelled coffee. Obviously, that's why I said you have to give it to a designer. They will misspell things on purpose because they want you to pay, and don't do that. But again, this is just like a fun little way. Again, I would not rely on ChatGPT. Let me say that very clearly. I would not rely on ChatGPT. It can be a source of inspiration. However, here's what I would rely on. Pinterest, okay? Now, Spencer, what's so damn special about Pinterest? Well, let's say I have a coffee quotes, right? Funny. Okay. Coffee is a hug in a mug. That's kind of silly, kind of fun, right? And I'm using a silly, ridiculous example because I want to kind of show you guys what we're thinking of. Now, what you can do is you can create a board, right, of inspirational or quotes that are about your brand, and right, you can use these. These are not copyrighted. Nobody owns these, right? No one owns words. If you say something like, like a famous quote, I can't think of one, but if you say a famous quote, okay, that's a different conversation, but just don't use something original, right? If you can do something where this is, something, you have a bunch of ideas, you could just go through Pinterest for 20, 30 minutes. It's actually kind of fun. Like, this would be awesome on a t-shirt. Imagine if you put this on a t-shirt with a coffee spilling over it. I don't know. I'm not a creative designer, but you could give that to a designer who's professional and say, hey, make something really cool. Now, bunny quotes, right? Let's see if they even have that. I have no idea. And they probably don't, because that's a little ridiculous. But quotes about rabbits, right? And again, I'm purposely kind of being extreme and crazy because, the quote, if you chase two rabbits, you'll catch none, something like that. Again, I'm using a very funny example because I think that, again, and what you can do is you can click on these people and then you can go to their websites. And again, I don't know this person. I'm just doing this randomly. And so you can have something where, Bunny Coffee is, or Coffee Bunny, whatever the brand we came up with was, and you can have something where you like two of these, right? And you can have a shirt or a collection that's all based around stuff that you found on Pinterest. So Pinterest is a very good resource. Of course, the number one resource is Adobe Photoshop, right? A little expensive, so I don't know how many people are going to, sorry about that. I don't know how many people are going to invest in that. If you're a designer, if you're passionate about design and you have Adobe, great. You can use Photoshop, you can use Illustrator, very helpful. But if you're looking to outsource or you're looking to do it on Canva, I would say that route is the cheaper one. Again, we want to not skimp on designs. We want to make designs really stand out. We don't want to just have B plus designs. We want to have A plus Y. Again, as I've said before, everyone and their grandmother has a clothing brand, and so when we're putting stuff out there, we want to make sure that we have something that's inspiring and have something that's funny and entertaining and exciting and something that I would want to wear. Maybe it's hell yeah, or maybe it's hell no. That's good. I can live with that, right? If you have 50 shirts, I rather 100 people say, ew, no way, and 100 people say, oh my God, yes, than 175 people be, it's all right. I don't want that. I don't want lukewarm. I want everything to be like hell yeah or hell no, okay? Especially when it comes to design. So Pinterest is a great tool. You can create boards, you can put stuff together, and ultimately you can have a list of inspiring designs every week. This is what I do for habits. I'm not going to go into the vault right now. Actually, maybe I will. I'll give you all a sneak peek. If you're still watching, you deserve it. There's nothing crazy in here, and feel free to take a look. So this is for some like typography stuff, some stuff that we're going to put together, right? You know, and we're going to do these on Habits Designs, right? You know, like this one's kind of cool, right? It doesn't have exactly to do with habits, but I'm going to incorporate habits into it, right? And so, you know, let whoever think whatever, like Habits 365, whatever, just making stuff up. But essentially, Pinterest is a really good resource, really good tool. That was loud. Really good tool to use. So again, those are the resources. Again, if you are looking for designs, if you're looking to hire someone, we do have resources at our disposal that we'll be happy to put you in touch with. But yeah, when we're making designs, let's make it cool. Let's make it funny. Let's make it entertaining. Let's make it badass. Let's make it something that people would want to wear, okay? And another tip before I move on, asking your friends and family, I would proceed with caution. Why do I say that? They are not your target market, right? Your mom, as wonderful as she is probably not in your target audience. Asking her what she thinks of a design is not important. You need to ask your target market what they think, right? You need to take surveys. Put a poll up on Instagram. Hey, do you guys like this design, yay or nay? If the fire emoji is all the way here, great. If it's in the middle, nah, don't do it. Not every design is going to be a winner, right? You're not going to have a bestseller every time. The goal is to have volume. How many designs can we pump out without spending a fortune? That is why I say low minimum order quantities are important. Building a rapport with a designer and really capturing that brand aesthetic is super important. So I wish you guys luck in designing, and thanks for watching, and I'm excited for you to watch the next section.